The Rusty Rag by Melody Boger. Let's go back and look at this piece. Of course, you're going to learn right hand alone, left hand alone, but it's putting the hands together that's probably the hardest thing. So let's go quickly through some right hand issues. Of course, here's middle C. Here's the high C you're starting on. So make sure you've really set yourself. Right? Make sure you follow this legato and the staccatos. You have a legato here. Notice this fingering crossover, but you also need to extend. That sets you up for the next part. This fingering is important too. And this one's real important, getting that thumb underneath, etc. And you keep following along. It's repeated over. When you get to measure 19, is an extended position versus, which isn't as comfortable. All right, when you get to the next part, again, observe the fingering. Thumbs in, float off. Observe this fingering. Float on each one. And you're back to the beginning. Pretty much that's everything that the right hand has to handle. And the left hand, basically the technique you want to work on, the skill you want to work on is this light bouncy sound. And that's pretty much throughout the whole piece. In the second part, you have these scale passages that go up from measure 29. So you really basically, and then you go up a scale, and again a scale. So I take those scales out and learn them, and then you're back to the beginning. When you're putting the hands together, be prepared to not try to slug through the whole piece, but take sections. For instance, 2 measure sections plus the downbeat of the third measure is an ideal way to learn. So here's an example. I'm going from measure 5, and I'm going to go super slow, figuring out who plays with what. I stop and I go back and I ask myself, how did I do? And I hit a wrong note, and I try to figure out where I hit it, and so that I don't hit it again. And I might figure out, oh, let's see, it might have just been a goof. But even a goof should be paid attention to. And do it again. I'm going to really listen, and if I hit a wrong note this time, I'm going to stop. And I go back and I ask myself those 3 questions. Did it sound right? Did it feel right? Did it look right? And the answer to those questions in that case was yes. So then I would repeat that 3 or 4 times, but much more, because I don't want my brain to get bored from if I adapt from the 3rd time, why do it 10 more times? Then I go on to the next set, which would be, I'm going to think of the fingering. So here I might slow down a lot to get that thumb. I know that's dissonant, but keep going. And I want to get to here. So I always get to the downbeat of the 3rd measure, and I do that a few times. I might go back and play. And then go on and do the next one, or I might do another one. And then eventually I've got a whole bunch of these, and that might be it for the day. And then the next day I might review those and add a few more, or I might put 2 together. Eventually having the whole piece learned. What you don't want to do is to start from the beginning, hands together, and get to the end, because that's not good practicing. That's very inefficient. Good luck on your practice this week, and I'll see you next week.